You are looking at a petrifying well that turns everything into stone. For a long time, people struggle to explain how it works. And today, I will take you on a trip around the world to visit crazy places that you won't believe exist on our planet. When you visit the boiling river deep in the Amazon, you feel like it was unlike any other in the world. The Peruvian river is so hot that you can literally make tea and even boil eggs on it. Scientifically, this should only happen if it is next to a volcano. But the nearest volcano is hundreds of kilometers away. How do you explain this? Next on the list of places how to explain, the sleeping city of Kalachi. This village in Kazakhstan suddenly had people falling asleep even while walking. Health officials are trying to identify the cause of this apparent outbreak, which is neither linked to a bacteria or virus. This has local residents say they are terrified of whether or not they will wake up from this coma. It affected everyone, old people, young people, and even animals. Many randomly fell asleep, and when they woke up, sometimes after days, some of them had memory loss. You speak, but your tongue gets all twisted. People think it has something to do with ghosts, and then suddenly this sleepy outbreak just went away. Perhaps they use these unexplainable ringing rocks to wake them all up. Now let's travel to the Devil's Kettle, a natural mystery hidden in Minnesota. At some point, this flowing river splits into two separate parts. One part continues normally here, and the other part simply disappears. There's still no real confirmation as to where the water goes. Scientists threw dye into the kettle to see where it would show up in the lake, but it never did. Then they tried throwing balls in, which also mysteriously vanished. Anything and went in never showed up again. Next on our list, how do you explain a desert with fairy cycles in it? This unique African desert has bare patches of soil, ringed with tall grass. What could be causing it? And going back to the beginning of this video, what is making these items turn into stone? The petrifying well in England has shocked people for hundreds of years. Over here, from keys to teddy bears, any item can turn into stone. For a long time, people were afraid that if they touch the water, they would turn to stone too. I guess that's why it has a petrifying name. Another hill in Armenia goes against the rules of gravity. Instead of going down, a neutral car will go up the hill. Same with the ball, up it rolls. When you throw water on the ground, it also went up. Nothing made sense. Until finally it was found out that it was an optical illusion that made it look different from what it really was. That was the explanation. Unfortunately, it's also possible to explain most of the places I showed you before. Years later, scientists found out that the water in the Devil's Kettle reemerges downstream. It's so powerful it destroys all the objects thrown in. The sleeping people in Kalachi were poisoned by a disused uranium mine near the village. The high mineral content in the petrifying well hardens objects over months. Sand termites created the fairy cycles in this desert, and some other places are still a mystery, but I'm pretty confident one day someone will find an explanation. And in the meantime, may it serve as a reminder for all of us, because even if sometimes we struggle to explain our nature, it doesn't mean we can't learn how to truly appreciate it. Our world is very beautiful, isn't it?